today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready, break!
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Here's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
24 yards the gain there, another first down as well.
And that's how you shake off the interception and throw in the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A gain of 3, second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On third down, here's Walker. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. McCaffrey on the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Hit and drop behind the line by Shelby Harris.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got room. Touchdown, 49ers. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They snap it to Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the number 8 rusher in the NFL last season, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready, set. Steal. Check, steal. Ready, go. Set, go.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
From the 17, Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Ready.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off and on comes Robbie Gould. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Gould is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the gun, it's Walker. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Gino on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Wait.
McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play there. Second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. They're able to complete this one to McLeod. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Geno now to throw. It's complete to Lockett. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Okay.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. There he goes left side. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown 49ers. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Now goal for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Take it in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl A 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Running left is Walker. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 31. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Set, go.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a play fake. Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Oh, my goodness. How about this start to a season? I mean, it doesn't get much better. 2 touchdowns, remember, last week in the opener. 3 more here. This is some kind of pace to put yourself on.
Are we going to go ahead and look ahead and say 4 next week? Is that too much to ask for? That's what he's dreaming about right now. That's what his team's thinking about. But, boy, what a start for him.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the 41, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go now.
From the red zone now, Smith. And Walker with it over the middle. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Good, 52. Cycle, 3-3. On the ball.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the... So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
First man through, it's the fullback use check. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Ready.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Rolling to his left. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Niners start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Ready.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's Lance. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mitchell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. The offense on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run with Penny.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only, and down he goes. The 49ers get there.
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
On second down, here's Penny. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost...
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart, because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with, because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high